This is what I got going on so far, guys. It's looking awesome, okay? Got a giant wall that keeps going like this. And we keep going up with it too, because this isn't even high enough. I'm going to be able to see it from far away. That way I know I'm close to something. And then we can see Spawn Town and start building around the giant castle, which I want to make it go like pretty far. I'm gonna have to take out some more trees, definitely. Might just set them on fire. Okay, I need to go to sleep. Okay, so get some more. Make sure I put a lot back so I can keep going. Just gonna get all this stuff out of here. There we go. Okay. Then we get to a high point again, which was over here. Let's see how I want to do right here. Cause like I could go. Yeah, let's do this first. So oh yeah, I was gonna make that an entrance at one point. So I can make that go that way. Make where you have to climb up here to get into it. Because I notice this opens right here. And you just like walk into it. Which is really cool. Because I'm still taking a lot of the stone out. So I want this castle to be massive. But I'm gonna take everything out, make it float in the middle of the walls, and then make bridges that go to the castle. That way, if someone's trying to. Are you trying to steal something from me? Come here then. You stupid little fox. Well, come here, dude. You're running. Come here! Teach you steal from me. Or even think you was gonna steal something. What's up, bunny? I'm gonna step on y'all. Come here, buddy! Okay. Build this wall real quick. It's gonna have to be a pretty big wall, but we want it to be like huge. So I'm gonna have to keep going up with this wall. And it's gotta be even because it's not gonna look right if you have an uneven wall around a castle. I mean, you could do it, but it would have to be a certain type of castle, I guess. You can do whatever you want, but I'd say it would look better, in my personal view, if it was even with the rest of the blocks. See, that is awesome. So freaking awesome. Alright, see, that's even. Looks good. So then what I'm going to do is make another circle. Oops. I want to come back to fix that. So 1, 2. 3. Alright, so got that. It is looking good, y'all. Definitely is. What's up, horsey? Did you guys see that horse? It was doing horse stuff! I guess it's a donkey. It's gonna be a really tall wall, y'all. It's gonna look real nice. We'll put a castle in there. Whoops. Keep putting the wrong blocks. I'll have to come remove those things eventually. Or I could just leave them there, so eventually I got steps. It's probably going to be in the wrong spot though, because these are going to be pretty big. I'm just trying to make it all at once, that way whenever I go to keep adding to it, I could just keep going up like this. You know what I mean? And it get me faster. I guys need to start doing more than just one layer at a time, though. So I'm gonna start over here. 1, 2. I'll go 3. See if it still touches. Yeah. So it works perfectly. And each one of these walls, once you cap them off, and they're like up here, you can turn them into mob spawners. You just make the water, make them come forward into town, and then you have villagers and mob spawners, little stores on the edge. Then you can make it where you have the castle in the middle and have both with a bunch of room, and you're using every part of your castle because you already have mob spawners. You just have to close them off and make them tall enough, which you guys already know that. And it'll start spawning everything and anything, and then you can just. Your castle is full of free loot by itself, and all you have to do is stand there and get free loot. To me, that's cool. And if you have them all, like I said, really tall and the same length all the way around, like I'm gonna do, oh, you're gonna have some room, buddy. And it doesn't have to be huge. Like, you can make a smaller square. I'm just doing it like this so I can share with everyone and not have just a personal castle. Because when you're there in the beginning, you need somewhere safe to run, for one. Two, you're eventually going to have to make more villagers. Because those ones down there, they might die off or get changed because they're you can't trade with them anymore, so then I would have to change them. You know how that works. Get new ones. And I do have a creative world. I'm going to start putting that on Wednesdays. That way you guys can run around, do what you want, build some stuff, get some more ideas for whenever I put it back in survival for the rest of the week. It'll give you a chance to have double the fun. See, Game On is doing so well with that. And I love that house they got put there. It was really cool. Really cool. Oops. There we go. This thing's gonna be huge, y'all. So I saved a lot of cobblestone just for the wall. But I'm gonna make the inside of the castle not cobblestone. I'm gonna have to go find a desert and see what I can do because I don't really want it to look like everybody else's. I want it to look Dim Balloon style, how I would do it. Because my style is actually different than everybody on the internet. Because I don't like to build the same thing, and I'm an artist, so I like to come up with my own stuff. Like, I'll watch other people's stuff just to understand the game, and then I might build something that they built. But when it's like big structures like a castle or big house or something, I'm gonna build that how I want to. Because I like to do my own thing, like I said. It's a lot cooler when it's yours. You can own it. and do more with it instead of having to wait for someone to come out with a different design for you to make. Just watch how they build it, and you'll be like, oh, well, I think I want mine to be like this, and that's when you start building it. And if you watch the person while you're building, they might give you more ideas to build more cool things. Even though you're not building the same thing, while you're building it, it gives you better ideas to what you want to do. And that's why I build what I like. So everything that I'm building is just coming right out of my head right now. Like I don't have no pictures, no videos, nothing. I just like to draw and build things like that because it's interesting. Give your mind something to do than just sit there constantly and stare at your phone or a TV show that you've watched 1,000 times. If you get bored of all that, you can play Minecraft. And it gives you something better to do than go out and shoot somebody. Or I mean, it's more peaceful. See, I really need to get a pickaxe because that's going to be high up, that one. You know what I mean? Though you can do whatever you want, and it's yours. That's why you can pretty much own it. I didn't even realize it didn't go so high with that one, but that's okay. We'll fix that too. I got lots of stone. Because I'm going to make that over there an entrance. So it's. Well, there's going to be, I guess, a lot of entrances. You can't just make one entrance to a castle. Because then you got people running around your walls. They don't want to run around your walls. They want to be able to enter your castle at some point because they're probably running from something and they need help. And a majority of people that join your worlds are helping you kill the enemies. So, I mean, you wouldn't want to kill them. Because they might have armor and a horse that they could come over and just save you because they have boats. And they throw down a boat and it takes the uh, skeleton or whatever's chasing you away from you so you can get away. That's why you don't kill people unless you ask. But I'm going to make an arena. Well, we already have an arena. It just needs to get bigger. So you can go and explore the arena. And if someone catches you in the arena, you know the rules. You're in there. But you never go in with something that you value because you can lose it being in the arena because that's the rules. If you walk in there and you know you have stuff on you, you either call a truce and hope they stop, or you lose it and remember not to go back in there with your stuff that's most important to you. And if you build something, try to build it like 1,000 blocks away, I'd say. That way it is far enough and secretive for other players not to mess with your things. And there is no stealing on this server, so you guys know if you join and someone tells me that you're stealing, you will be removed. Everything has to be fair. You can trade. I put plenty of stuff in chests. Some of it's useful, some of it's not. But when somebody needs something, even the junk in Minecraft can be useful. So just remember that too. Okay, we're getting pretty high up, so I need to go over here. make sure I connect the rest of this before we get too high and run out of blocks. Then it'll look stupid for no reason. Alright. We are going fast, people. Yeah, this castle, it's going to kind of... It's gonna look different. I don't think you guys have ever seen me... Excuse me. I don't think you guys have ever seen me build castle in survival. Maybe you have with my son when we were building in Big Realm. He has a castle, we call it G-Man's Castle, which I am going to have to fix Big Realm eventually, but what I'm going to do is take a lot from spawn, then I am going to make it where people can't build in spawn. They have to go outside spawn. I'm going to put a roll board because it's getting too big, which in turn the people that are already there can stay, but the newer people you cannot build in spawn because it helps the players that help me build be there for what we're trying to do, because we like to build stuff. You guys like to watch us build stuff, so it helps you learn stuff, then you can go outside of spawn and build your own way. Whoops. You gotta see that. I just almost died or something. No, I'm just kidding. I do need to get out of this thing though. I'm just gonna flatten this off. I'm gonna take this dirt. Then I'm gonna get my little butt out of here. Alright. Now I can just go like this. There we go. See our nice beautiful wall that we got going on, guys? Let's go look over it from here. Let's go over this way a little bit. Do we get a good view of it from far away, you know what I mean? Look at that. Now when it's all even, oh man, that's gonna be cool. I need to get a drink. Alright. I'm drinking coffee, it kind of dries out my throat. I don't know why. Okay, so I am going to finish what I was doing. Let's see how many we got. Because I don't want to use all of it because then I won't be able to make tools. And I would have to go find more tools. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to do that right now. But how we're going to get back up there is we're just going to know what we have to put there in the first place. So what I mean is we got this right here. Okay. Now it needs to extend out because I'm not going to attach any entrances to these things because I want it to be pretty far away from, you know what I mean? So I would start here and go up because that down there can be a nice entrance to come up this way. I would just have to have a lot of steps going on, but that we'll work on that eventually to get up to the castle and things like that. You know what I mean? Because we have this whole valley that goes that way. So then I can connect everything to the castle walls. And these castle walls, I'm going to try to keep them as straight as I can, but I'm going to use the edge of this mountain all the way around to make it work properly. I do need to remove a lot of dirt, and I'm going to throw it in the fire. That way it deletes some of these blocks, because removing blocks and putting them back, it takes, it makes it lag like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like I said, my world is not very big, but it's already laggy. So let's get out of it real quick and we'll come back. Because it is skipping a little bit. See, it's only a 136, y'all. It's not even a lot. I mean, it does expand. Expanding your world does make things lag, but, you know, it's not do. You can't have a tiny world all the time. Tiny worlds get boring, and if you build one spot at spawn, too much at spawn, it makes it start to die by itself. Like the land will die in front of you. Then you have to start taking out trees. And if you already put the trees there, like I showed you, it disappears. It's not cool. Especially when you know that it makes something look beautiful. And that's why you put the trees there, because it's beautiful. That's why people play Minecraft, because they like beautiful things. They like the sunset. They like to go up in the sky and look out to the sunset, or maybe keep building in the sky, and then they have a whole land in the sky that's full of so much cool things that you just never want to stop, ever. I mean, that's the thing of Minecraft. You're supposed to be able to build billions of blocks without your world crashing. But that's just because, like it said, I put so much into this, it is going to do that occasionally. So I have to come out and make sure that I don't uh, let it lag. And like I said, I need to get rid of some blocks because there is too much lag and nobody's really built anything yet. So, I mean, it shouldn't be lagging. And some of it could because of the spawners, because we got 4 of them close by. Because we got 2 zombie spawners, 1 skeleton spawner, and 1 spider spawner. Okay, now the entrance, it's gonna be a little weird, y'all, but you'll see what I'm doing. Oh yeah, I gotta fix that wall too. I keep forgetting. Let's fix this real quick. That way we have enough blocks to do it. And I don't waste it. Because I want it to look right. So whenever someone comes on, they see it, they're like, oh, okay, so he's starting something over there. You know what I mean? Like, maybe they want to help or whatever. Got a better idea, or you just leave it in the comment. I'll see what I can do. Maybe you can help me if you know how to build something so big. I'll get extra blocks whenever you're off, and I'll make a whole bunch of chests with whatever in there, and we can go at it like this. The whole inventory full of blocks. Because I collect a lot of blocks. Just in like 30 minutes of mining, I'll have so much. Like, see all those extra blocks in there? That sucks. Whoops. Yeah, that sucks. It's like one block too short all the way around. That's cool though, we'll fix it. It's not that hard. There we go. Let's get some of this too. Because I don't want to end up having to jump down there again. I mean, I don't mind, but it's kind of annoying. And when you got headphones in your ears, it's just like loud. I could change the noise, but then you wouldn't hear anything that I'm doing. Instead of the blocks, like the building parts on like a lower volume. That way it's not like really loud in my ears. Every time I place a block, you hear me place it. You know what I mean? Awesome. So far we got a nice wall going on, guys. Really do. We only got some places where I got extra block, but that's alright. I mean, I'll get rid of that eventually. I don't even have to mess with it right now. It's just there. And we'll get taller. I just need to go this way a little bit for one entrance, and then I can square it off again and go around. Then I'm gonna start digging into the bottom of the mountain, like down there, and come up because, like I said, I'm gonna make it floating castle in the air where nothing can touch it. But each one of these will have a villager in front of it where you can trade with them, but behind him will be free stuff that'll just generate by itself whenever you're there. Because like free generation of like TNT, you can go out to your own little place, build what you want, blow it up, get more blocks, come back to Spawn Town just to trade. That's why nobody destroys anything in Spawn Town. We don't take villagers. We don't mess with anything. The 3 or 4 main players that come into this realm will make things for you guys to play. So if you get bored, you can either build something or wait for us to build something for you to look at and use in the realm. Because, like I said, we're not going to make something where you just go in and look at it. We want to make something where you can use everything in this realm. Because that's what makes Minecraft so fun when you go into a realm. You don't want to go into a SMP and it's just one person and it's boring. You go in there with me, we're going to have some fun no matter what, even if it is just me and you. Trust me, I will help you build anything you want. If you want to just build, I will get you the supplies. Just tell me what you need. Make sure I have a bunch of chests because I'll fill you up quick. Because I like to build and I like to make people happy because they see that I have a good build. It is something they could use in Minecraft, like I said, because nobody wants to use something that's just there for looks. I mean, that's boring for players that want to play. I mean, you have people that create, they're great at creating. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not dissing them, not even a little bit, because creative is how you get started in survival. Like, you can spend years in creative, and then one day you're like, I think I'm good enough to play survival. And then you go and play survival, and you're like really good at it. Then maybe you want to do a speed run or something. I'm not good at speed runs, but I've seen other players do it, and they got world records. Like, that's really cool. I don't think I could do that, but I would like to. You know what I mean? One day, just not right now. I don't think I'm that good, but I'm good enough to play survival and creative. That's why I have Dim Bloons versus Minecraft, or what I call it is War Against Minecraft. Which I guess if that's my title, I really need to stick more to it, but you know. Sometimes you just forget because you've done so much that you're like, oh man, I just can't remember it sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, this is a simple way to go across for like an entrance too, guys. Like, I like doing these sideways entrances because it makes it where when you walk in, you're like, wow, this is tall. You know what I mean? Makes it really cool. And I'm gonna go where it's flat, like, so I can go that way, and then I'll have a spawner. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I'll keep going that way with it, and go all the way around. Cause I don't want to make this entrance too big, but I want to make it where it is big enough to just walk in it and it be just noticeable to the person. Like, that's a good size entrance right there. You know what I mean? So we're gonna go up like this, right? Okay, yeah. We're gonna go up like that. Then let's see. How do I want to make this one go? Because this is gonna be a little bit different. Okay, well we can do this. That's fine. It doesn't have to be perfect. You know what I mean? We just got to get it going. That's an extra block. Again. That's alright. We do that sometimes. We just keep going. Because you don't have to fix every mistake every time you make a mistake, like I said, because then it just takes you longer to build. And I mean, whenever you're adding to the wall to like do the last touches, honestly, that's when I would do it because like this is uneven. Oh yeah, see, like I just put an extra block there by accident because I was talking and not paying attention. But that's alright. We got to do something to keep this video going, buddy. See, once I get this wall up and start doing the castle part, then it's really gonna get hard because I have to clear all this out right here and make it flat. But I'm going to make the frame of the castle and start building, and then I'm gonna eventually start digging and dropping it down and attaching the, like I'm gonna do the, like right here. Okay, what I'm trying to say is there's gonna be a bridge. So I'm gonna have to build a wooden bridge like wherever. There's gonna have to be pillars in certain spots for the bridges to connect before you even get to where the castle's gonna be. But I'm not gonna know where the castle's gonna be until like I clear the rest of this, put the wall around it. Because like I said, I don't have any stencils or videos or anything like this. It's all coming out of my head. I'm just building. See all these extra blocks that I keep messing up. Okay, it don't matter. Like I said, they're just little mistakes. We come back and fix them later. We already got this nice, beautiful structure. So I mean, stopping now for the little things isn't worth it. Unless we're running out of stone, that will be a problem because I'm gonna have to stop building. Let's check. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop building now after I get this. Man, I'm so close. I don't want to waste it because then I'm gonna need stuff and I can't be wasting it. But I mean, this is what we got going on so far, guys. I mean, it's looking really nice, like really, really nice. You know what I mean? You got pillar there, there, and then there's one there. Just keeps going. Looks good. And it gives us time to gather animals in here too, because like there's donkeys, chickens, pigs, sheep. They all keep spawning in here. I'm gonna have wood to put them in little fences. As long as you feed the animals, they will stay in these fences. Because like a lot of people, they don't understand that. So whenever they go and build like a big farm and they don't feed none of them for a long time, it'll delete itself by itself because it believes that it was randomly generated there because you didn't feed those animals. You know what I'm saying? So if you have a giant world full of just animals, you're gonna have to feed them every single day in a sense because like they'll disappear. So I've built a couple worlds and I've had a lot of animals. Some of them disappeared. If you put them in like a glass structure with a leash around them, they don't usually disappear like that though. So I'm thinking about making a giant farm with all the color sheep. It's just they're gonna be in their own pens, like 2x2. And I'm going to put one thing of grass underneath them, and then I'm gonna put what is it called? A thingamabobber hooked to a chest. Just can't think of the name of it right now. But whenever I shear the sheep, it's gonna catch it by itself. Because you don't always want to have the wool, so I mean, you just go in there, shear the sheep, goes into the storage, makes everything great, where you can go back to it later, or other players can get beds. They can pick a color, or whatever they want to do, you know what I mean? It's kind of like a bed store in a way. Which is why I'm trying to build stuff in the sky, so I can connect a lot of it to the ground for collecting things, or, you know. It gets difficult, but it makes it fun. You just have to know what you're doing, where you're going, how you're doing it, how many players that you got playing, if they're interested in what you have. Because if it's not interesting, I wouldn't want to play it, honestly. I don't think I can watch somebody that has something that's boring all the time. Every single time they build something. I mean, I don't know how they would continue to build. Because wouldn't you be bored of your own stuff if it was just boring all the time? You didn't try something new or come up with a good idea or just be smart enough to build. You know, I mean, some people, they can't even build because they don't know how. So, I mean, you gotta, I guess what I'm saying is you gotta try new things, learn a bunch of stuff to play Minecraft, to have some fun. Because it looks boring if you're just sitting there playing, like watching somebody play. You gotta actually get in it, play it, then you can judge it. Because, I mean, you might see something that someone's doing and it's boring to you, but whenever you go and play the same game, you play in a different way because that's the way you play. So maybe it's better, and then maybe your world's better to the point you don't want to play with them anymore. You want to make your own world, and then he's like, oh wow, or she, you know what I mean? And then they're like, oh well, I like that, and then they start building something. Then you're like, oh well, I'll build this, and then they build something, and then you guys start having a building contest eventually, because you're like, oh, well, I can build this, and they're like, oh, I can build this. You know how that goes. I got me a whole bunch of trees. Okay, this should be enough. So I can make some tools. Where is that chest? Oh, we got tools. Awesome. So I'm gonna just put this stuff in here like this. So I can get it out. I might need this dirt. You never know. Oops, I need to get my tools out. Alright, now we're gonna get some stuff. So I have to come over here. Okay, wait. Is this, where am I? Oh, I am in the mine. Okay. I just wasn't sure, you guys. I wasn't paying attention, I guess. But this is what I take out first. It just helps dig down. You know what I mean? Shows you where everything's at. Lets you know that you can dig this much further, or whatever you're trying to do. I just have to watch those chests, because eventually I'm going to have to take them all down, all the stuff out of them, just to like dig more, you know what I mean? I mean, I could like leave them up there, but if I put dirt all the way up there and pop those chests, it's gonna fly everywhere. Then I'm gonna have to pick it all up, and I don't really want to pick up a whole double chest full of stuff for even uh, even if it's not enough for a double chest. We are going, people. Might not seem like it, but we getting a lot done. I think I used a lot of the cobblestone for other things. Like, I made some stone for somebody, put in a chest for them. I got them some wood. Whoever's building over where they're building their little things. I just seen that's what they were building with, so I put more over there for them. It's like 5 stacks of stone. It's like 2 stacks of wood that they were using to make their circle structure, whatever they're building. I'm glad they like cool designs, because I do like their design, how they're building it. It looks really nice. I think they're doing a good job. Some people are fast, some people are slow though. I mean, I'm pretty quick at building, so then I guess I can come up with the materials quick enough. Like, or if I see I have a lot of coal, I'll start making other stuff while I'm digging. That's why I have a whole bunch of furnaces, chests, hoppers, because that's the word I was looking for earlier. I need a bunch of hoppers, like probably 40 or 50 hoppers. It's not why. That's why I'm not really worried about the stuff right now. I'm just gonna build the frame of what I'm doing first, like the outside frame, which is the wall. So then, whenever I get the wall done, and I put all the peaks on it, with all the little roofs and whatever else I want to do to it, make it where you can walk across the wall. I'm going to start building the inside frame. And the inside frame is easy once everything cleared out, and you don't have to worry about all these trees being in the way. That's why I'm going to catch some of them on fire. Because a lot of them are just in the way. And I got a lot of move, so sometimes you don't want to just sit there and cut down all these trees. It just takes a long time. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Jellybean? This is a whole bunch of stone. At least whenever I'm done taking a bunch of this, it's gonna give us a lot more for our walls to be able to build way bigger walls. Because like I said, I want you to be able to see it from far away. And this isn't mine, like I said, it's for everybody. Like, so they can get their supplies. Like I said, you need like arrows, you need bows, you need armor, you need gunpowder, you need zombie meat to trade with the villagers. And I'm gonna make sure that the villagers that you trade with the zombies. No, that's not even what I'm trying to say. The villagers that trade for zombie meat, I will make sure that they are next to our different there. Like where each pillar is, that's gonna have some type of creature spawn in there. So whenever I turn on normal again, before I beat the dragon, as I said, it's going to be on hard, I'm going to have to get all of those inside of those pillars done, which there's going to be a lot of them. So I mean, there's going to be plenty of supplies in this castle. It's going to generate supplies by itself, as long as somebody's in there. So if you're AFK in the castle, I would put yourself like in the ground or something, or just a very safe place. Like, I don't know. You're gonna have to be in a safe place. But it'll help you generate all around you, the ones that you're close to. So then you'd be able to get those supplies. I mean, you're gonna have to watch because other people do get on, and if they see that there's stuff in there, they're gonna take it. I mean, you can't yell at them or get mad because they were there first and you wasn't paying attention. But if you sit there and you know nobody's on ever on these times, and you're playing and you get these things generated, then you got a whole 6, 7 uh chest full of things that you can definitely use for mobs. Because they'll die in there by themselves and put the stuff in the chest all by itself. You don't have to do none of it. You don't have to kill none of them. You just stand there. And you'll start hearing them generate. Sometimes it might take like 2 or 3 minutes, but they'll generate in there. Trust me. Because every time I build a large structure in the center of it, there's always mobs in there. So in turn, I learned how to build better mob spawners by having them generate in my structure on purpose. That's why I build large structures, to see what generates, how much generates within that amount of time that I'm building in creative. That's why I like creative too, because you put it on hard and being creative, they won't touch you, but they'll generate around you. Which, if you keep making a building that's just a giant square, you'll notice that they start just to generate in the giant square. And then you'll notice how far you can go with the square, how high you can go before they disappear at the bottom, which then you put a certain level in there where you can put yourself and a villager in there to make it a shop. So then you see how it generates in that part with the villager underneath with the light, and make sure that the inside of your pillager, well, your not pillager, your spawner that you just made is the right level for the villager, you, and them to spawn in your kill chamber. So I made a couple of them in creative, and they do work in survival. I've only done a couple in survival. Like the big wooden one, it's not done yet, but it'll be one. Like I said, this whole castle wall is going to be a mob spawner. And the villagers are there, so because I was told that they get scared, then you trade with them, and they give you better prices. I don't know how true that is, but we're going to do that. And if you know different, let me know in the comments or the chat. Or if you see I have Discord on, let me know in my ear. I'll listen to you. I'll see what we can do. Or you can join and we can both do it. Sorry about the short streams lately. I just can't always be on because I'm epileptic. So sometimes, like the sky, you see how it's doing that? It makes me tired. I shouldn't really look at that, so I just don't pay attention to it. I'll stare at the ground or the sky or the wall or something like that. Or I'll look down while I'm building and go like this so you can't see it. You know what I mean? It just helps me out a little bit. Alright, let's see what we got. Let's put some of this in this chest. And even though I have it in peaceful, I still need to sleep more often because then it helps the villagers down there, which I need to go and eventually make a wheat farm so I can feed them more often too. We don't want them to disappear. You know how that goes. Get out of my hand and go in there. What is wrong with you? Okay. We got wood. No, we don't have wood. We can take this and this. Right, right. Okay. I'm gonna take that. Because I might need dirt. Because a lot of times you have to extend things. Like, this has to be really big. Because whenever you put a castle in the middle of it, you don't want it to be really dinky. Like, I'm just saying, if you want to build a big castle, right? And you put it in just this little space. Like, say there's a wall right from here, okay, to like right here where this little, where I squared it off because I was digging out. You know what I mean? I'm just digging that way. But my point is from here to there. And then you got this, right? You're not going to have enough space to build a proper castle. I mean, you can. It'll be really, 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 really small. But you won't be able to do what I'm saying and then have enough room for other players to, maybe they just want to stay in the castle that night, so they use one of the rooms. You know what I mean? Like, some people want to do that. Because, I mean, when you're going back and forth between 1,000 blocks away where you would have to build, because you're not allowed to build at spawn, unless you were the 4 chosen players that I have, and they know who they are. But what I'm saying is, you would come here and back there, and then come here, and then back there, and come here, and back there. It gets old after a while, so you're like, oh man, I just want to stay here. So then you stay here, you log off, come back, and you're still there. Unless somebody's moved into your bed, but it's going to be by accident. And if you're staying there, put a sign that says taken or vacant, or not vacant, whatever the word is for being in the room. Or just put your name and people can see. Or you can just put a plank over top of the door. Sometimes the reading doesn't stay on the chest. Or the sign is what I meant to say. Or you can even make a book, put it outside there, saying, this is your room, you've been here, blah, 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 blah. And then you can stay there, all by yourself. It's so beautiful. And I can make a path all the way down there and just go. I can go over that way, or, you know what I mean? It'd be really fun. It's gonna be fun, guys. You're gonna love it. Trust me. I'm really good at building and making interesting things that's not boring. I just have to stick with it instead of like what I did with Big Realm, big realm had a whole bunch of problems from just being too big or having somebody building too much that was huge in like the area. Because whenever I built Skull Island is big by itself. Then you have Town, which is Spawn Town. We name it the same thing every time because that's where you spawn. Spawn Town is really big. It's got like 7 houses with villagers in them. Well, some of them. I think it's like 4 houses with villagers in them. But the point is, the structures are still there, so they're big. And someone else built something else that's big, and then I built something else that's big. Because I have plans for the whole spawn area. Because spawn area is technically what you want people to be like, oh wow, you know what I mean? But you also want to have them all connect to your paths, because you don't want a whole bunch of paths and they're like, oh well, why do it go this way if I... It gets confusing if you have a path without a marker. It's a pointless path that just goes really far away for no reason and there's nothing there. Nobody wants to go out to nothing unless they're going to build something there. Then they should be able to know if they can build there or whatever. So I gotta put signs. Let's see, we're gonna use this. So I'm trying to take out more of these flowers because you can't build over flowers. They're really annoying. And I don't want to take them all out unless I got a tool to do it. Like this. Oops. That's alright. So I'm actually going to take a lot of this dirt and throw it in the fire. Because I got to get rid of some of these blocks. I just know because I've filled up a whole world where you can't even put no more blocks. It says block limit every time you place a block. So I had to delete blocks. And the way I deleted them is either blow it up or you just throw them into lava and it deletes by itself. See, I didn't want to do that. So we got 5 stacks, it looks like. It doesn't even matter. I don't know. I really need to open the entrance up so I can just run down that path that's right here somewhere. It's over here somewhere, y'all. Just couldn't tell you where it's at. It's right there. So we're gonna have an entrance that goes up that way eventually. Which is awesome. See, I like the fact that I have it all the way over here so we can walk. Instead of having to jump down this stupid mountain, things like that. And you can pick a water spot and be like... And you can splash your little way over there. going? See, we're doing good, people. See, the villagers go in and out the doors, and they leave the doors open sometimes. I just thought they always closed them. Still never built that. Burn, baby, burn! I can just throw them all in there at once, but then you might miss like that, and then you're stuck with them. So I'm just trying to burn them real quick and get them out of my inventory. So I'm going to continue to do that. Or I can do it like this. And then we got that many blocks that's deleted out of the world, which is a lot less lag than we usually would have. And then the game moves faster. Because, I mean, look how fast we're moving now, because it's not lagging. This is a lot of stuff. Dirt. That's the last one. So we got like 200 blocks that don't exist anymore, so that helps a lot with the lag. Even though it's not very much, it's still a large amount. So, I mean, the lag just stops so much. I do need like 40 more beds. So technically I need some sheep. We can get some sheep. Take a little break from building the wall. Can I find a lead? Probably not. Let's go find us a trader. We're gonna cut his little head off. I mean, we're gonna talk to him real quick about some things going on. Here, trader, trader. We want to talk to you. We're going to talk to you with a little pickaxe. It wants to see your face. We're gonna chop you in the face! Quit lying! You're gonna die, son! Oh, wait. I need to calm down. My bad. I don't know what was going on. Something come over me. Scary. Guys, see how scary that was? I was scared. Was you guys scared? I was scared. It's like shaking my little booties. My little booties. They're so tiny. Nothing. I know this has cobblestone in it. No, it has dirt. That is a lot of dirt. See, I'm using this dirt for all those paths that are like 1 block wide. I don't want people falling off of it. Got a lot going on here. So this is the first time I've ever seen it go into this without like going into the other pile. I don't think there is any leads up here. Yeah, I took the chest out of here. Oh, we got. Oh, okay, that's good. These little houses are supposed to be torn down. That's what I was doing with them. That way someone can build whatever they want and they don't have all this stuff in the way. Plus, to be able to dig out that double mob spawner, you're gonna have to really get detailed with it. You know what I mean? Because it's huge. I mean, I have some ideas. I can go across like that, make a wide mob spawner, and make it come down in the middle. Dirt. There is no traders. Sometimes you have to go out far for them to show up. They just start spawning all by themselves everywhere. Wish I had some sheep. Well, I wish I had some leads, is what I mean to say, so I can get some sheep. Because I did have leads, but I just don't remember where I put them. And I have chests everywhere. So they could be anywhere, honestly. I guess if I went the other way, I would have found some plains, but I went this way, so we'll just have to go this way. Stick. So that's cool. So I don't get swallowed by some snow. Like that. Hmm. Well, looks like it's not gonna work out like I thought it was. Alright, well that should be good for today. We built a wall. That was what we accomplished. And then we'll come back some other time.